Rule number 1, never lose money. Rule number 2, never forget rule number 1. So why, after decades of praising index funds, did Warren Buffett just sell 100% of his position? Was it a warning, a shift in strategy, or something deeper? I have long called index funds the best investment for most people. Yet, behind the scenes, I quietly unloaded his own stake. Why? 3 reasons, and they all come down to one word: opportunity. First, Buffett smells overvaluation. When the crowd piles in, the wise man steps back. Second, cash is king, and right now, Berkshire's sitting on a record $189 billion. Why? Because bargains are coming. And third, he's found something better. It doesn't sell unless he's swapping good for great. Right now, private businesses, distressed debt, or even a whale of a deal are on his radar. Index funds, too crowded, too average, and Warren Buffett never settles for average. Lesson, even the best strategies expire. What worked for 50 years may not work for the next 10. So ask yourself, are you blindly following the crowd, or are you thinking like Buffett? You've been told your whole investing life that the safest, smartest move is to buy the index and hold it forever. The numbers back it up. The experts preach it. The crowd follows it blindly. But then, quietly, without fanfare, the man who built his fortune on patience and simplicity does the unthinkable. He walks away, not from a failing business, not from a risky bet, from the very strategy he spent decades endorsing. What does he see that the rest of the market doesn't? When the masses zig, the wise man asks why. When the herd piles into what's comfortable, the disciplined investor checks the exits, because the market doesn't reward consensus. It rewards those who spot the cracks in the foundation before the building starts to shake. Index funds are a brilliant invention for most people most of the time, but brilliant inventions have expiration dates. The railroad was unstoppable until the automobile. The mall was invincible until the internet, and the index fund, it's a one-size-fits-all solution in a world where the sizes keep changing. The real question isn't why someone would sell. It's why you wouldn't at least ask the question. First, price matters. Always. You can't talk about value without talking about what you're paying for it. And when the market climbs to levels where even the average company trades like a crown jewel, the margin of safety disappears. The math gets harder. The future returns shrink. Second, cash isn't trash, it's ammunition. When everyone else is levered up, chasing yield and stretching for returns, the person holding dry powder isn't being cautious. They're being strategic, because when the music stops, they're the ones who get to name the price. Third, opportunity cost. Money tied up in something good is money that can't chase something great. And right now, the market is full of good, but greatness. That's rare, that's worth waiting for. History doesn't repeat, but it rhymes. The last time the crowd was this certain, this complacent, the smart money was already moving, not because they knew exactly what would happen, but because they knew the odds had shifted. The best investors don't predict the future. They prepare for it. They know that trees don't grow to the sky, and markets don't reward optimism indefinitely. Average is easy, average is comfortable, average is what happens when you stop thinking and start following, but the market doesn't hand out trophies for participation. Greatness requires patience. Greatness requires saying no to 99 things so you can say yes to the one that matters. The most dangerous phrase in investing is "this time is different," but the second most dangerous, "this is how it's always been done." The best investment you'll ever make isn't in a stock, or a fund, or a trend. It's in your ability to think for yourself. The market is a relentless teacher. It doesn't care about your opinions, your hopes, or how long you've held a position. It rewards only those who listen, really listen, to what it's saying. And right now, it's whispering something important. When the crowd is shouting, the wise investor leans in closer, not to the noise, but to the silence between the lines, because the biggest moves aren't made in the spotlight. They are made in the quiet, long before the headlines catch on. Selling isn't about fear. It's about respect for the market, for the math, and for the simple truth that nothing works forever. Not even the strategies we hold sacred. Index funds are a gift to the average investor, but the market doesn't hand out trophies for being average. It rewards those who ask, "What am I missing?" Cash isn't cowardice, it's courage. The courage to say, "I don't need to play this hand." The courage to wait for the right pitch. Opportunity cost is the silent killer of returns. Money tied up in good enough is money that can't pounce on once in a decade. History doesn't give answers, but it does offer clues. And the clues today are the same as they've always been at the peaks: complacency, crowding, and a quiet exodus of those who know better. Great investing isn't about being right all the time. It's about being right when it matters, and having the discipline to act when others won't. The best deals aren't found in the crowded trades. They're found in the corners no one's looking, in the assets no one wants, in the moments when everyone else is too scared or too stubborn to move. The market's job is to humble us. Our job is to learn. If you're waiting for a sign to think differently, this is it. Not because someone sold, but because the principles behind the move are timeless. Buy when others are fearful, sell when others are complacent. And never confuse a bull market with brains. The most expensive words in investing. It's different this time. The most profitable, let me think for myself. Your edge isn't in following the crowd. It's in seeing what the crowd ignores. So ask yourself, are you investing or just participating? Are you building wealth or just riding the wave? The answer will tell you everything you need to know.